Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about redox reactions. So there are a few different types which are mostly poorly defined, but here they are. Complete redox reactions are when an entire compound is either oxidized or reduced so that each atom in the compound is at the highest or lowest oxidation state that it can be at normally. Complete redox reactions have examples such as ammonia converting into water and nitrogen and oxygen. A single displacement reaction is when a single element will replace another element in a compound, usually with less oxidizing or reducing capability. Exceptions usually involve elements in exceptionally high or low oxidation states or at very high temperatures and usually require large inputs of energy. A good exception to this rule is when magnesium can replace both the sodium and hydrogen in sodium hydroxide. The reason for this is actually really interesting. The reaction between the magnesium and the water part produces enough energy that it allows the sodium oxide part to be reduced as well. Here you can see the activity series. At the top, things are much better at oxidizing, and at the bottom, they are much better at reducing. At the top, you'll have things like oxygen, fluorine, and chlorine, and at the bottom, you will have things like alkali and alkaline earth metals. Oxygen and oxygen-based oxidizers can oxidize gold, but this creates a very strong passivation layer of gold trioxide. Hydrochloric acid can dissolve gold trioxide, and therefore mixing an oxygen-based oxidizer with hydrochloric acid can in fact dissolve gold. Gold chloride is soluble, so chlorine can dissolve gold. Fluorine is a bit of a in-between because gold fluoride becomes gold trioxide and hydrogen fluoride in water. A decomposition redox reaction is when a relatively unstable molecule decomposes temporarily, releasing an element which can oxidize or reduce another compound. A good example would be chlorine trifluoride reacting with water. Chlorine cannot oxidize oxygen on its own. What it can do, however, is be attached to something that can. A redox balancing reaction is when a compound with elements in high oxidation states reacts with a compound with elements in low oxidation states. You can see that I have some good examples down here. Think, can nitrogen usually oxidize things? No, not unless they're pretty reactive. But in the form of nitric acid, it can, only because it uses oxygen to do so. Disproportionation is when a compound is both reduced and oxidized, usually by itself. Good examples are the decomposition of bleach into hydrogen chloride and chloric acid, or acetylene into carbon and methane, or even hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen.